So then, let's talk about the 1335. Is this really a known date? Is that really today? Are we in the 1335 today? Or did I presume something coming off of Elul 15 and Artaxerxes' decree? We'll have to bring some things together. I presumed Elul 15. But it could easily be Elul 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20. It cannot be beyond 20 because you have to have 10 days. In fact, if you're going to make a case for anything, you'd probably say it's 10 days. And it's all difficult and all persecution, or 11 days if you count the day of the Lord. But I'm just trying to explain. It could be a round number or an odd number. Now, let's go back to the 1335. I presumed off of Elul 15 and the start of the 69 weeks of 7 years, 2,500 years ago when they started, I presumed that the 7 years, the last week, the 70th week, would start on Elul 15. Look, I hope it's tonight. Let me just say that. But that's a presumption, partly because this last week where God confirms the covenant with many cannot be exactly 7 years. Brethren of God, it's literally not possible. And I knew that last week, but I hadn't sorted it out exactly. It has to be 7 weeks and a few days for the first kingdom. The fewer days of the first kingdom, the shorter, the closer it is to 7 years. But if God wants to go 7 years from Elul 15, 7 years later falls 15 days before trumpets at the millennium. So that doesn't work. So if you start everything at trumpets that goes 7 years, then you didn't have a first kingdom in front of trumpets. Something, God has to waggle it a little bit. And maybe using a number of days he does not want us to know. He has to. If he waits and starts at trumpets, he's not hitting Elul 15, but it'll end nicely at the millennium so that it's trumpets again nicely afterwards. Because those are even years. That has to be the case. But there has to be a little kingdom before trumpets. So I assumed, well, that's Elul 15. I guess this last week is 7 years and 15 days. And maybe that's why it's 1335. Oh, the 15 days lines up. Presumption complete. But if you think about it, we have no reason. I have no authority. I made an assumption. I have no authority to say that the first kingdom, that 1335, has to be 15 days because before trumpets, because God wants to go 60 days, in even 60 days, into the beast's kingdom to 1200.